Actors Kangana Ranaut and Kareena Kapoor Khan.
So it's time for some entertainment. And for more than 100 years now, the film industry has been passing on to the nation trends and fashion and opinions and morality. There has been a question of whether the film industry is the film industry, but there's hardly any question of the fact that there is hardly any other industry that influences people so quickly and so deeply as the film industry. The two beautiful ladies and I are extremely proud to be here at the HT Leadership Summit and to talk to each other and to all of you. And talking about the beautiful ladies, I have some points of their introduction. It's very difficult to introduce them, so I have just penned down some thoughts. Just give me a moment. So, a mountain girl who was extremely studious in school and extremely well behaved, till she suddenly turned against the system and left home. A budding poet who expresses herself in lucid verse, Miss Kangana Ranaut. There she is. And the next one, the boarding school head girl who always failed in mathematics, who would accompany her grandfather to the film studio and try out costumes used by other actors. The leading lady who made her debut on stage in and as Dulari Bai, Miss Kareena Kapoor Khan. And I'm the interviewer. There are lots of things that I'd like to ask both of you.
As long as we can ask you a few questions also.
Oh, you have some questions, okay. So, starting with you, Kangana.
Yes.
You were very studious. You used to do homeworks of other people in school. And you scored very highly in your class.
Yeah.
And you were the ideal girl for everybody. And suddenly something happened. And you suddenly just started bunking school and started being irresponsible and badly behaved.
Yeah.
What happened?
Hi everyone. Thank you for being here. For me, I was talking to Imtiaz sir yesterday, and all these memories, they just came back. Yeah, growing up, I was, one of those very obedient child, and I remember my father giving everyone my example. But I think I had a lot of pressure, as in my family expected a lot from me, and I had a very passionate spirit, and I think I just could not live up to that kind of pressure, especially when I was pursuing science. I used to study 19 hours a day, and I was no head girl. I used to just look out of my classroom and see athletes playing football and people going for dramas, and I was in the hostel, and my roommate was an artist. She used to make sculptures. I used to daydream about sculptures and music, and all of that. But my life was all in physics lab and chemistry lab. I was doing good, but I think during my 11th standard, my results were quite disappointing. Like I used to study for 19 hours, and I got to know that in CBSE board, I wanted to be a doctor, and we have 150 seats, and out of that, for MBBS, we just have, just about 50 for lakhs and lakhs of students. And when I was studying that hard, I could not even be in first 10, and I could just make out that the chances of me becoming a doctor were very, very bleak. And I tried explaining this to my father, and he's like, then why don't you become a teacher or something, something like that. If you can't make it as a doctor, you can do MSc and be a teacher. But I just felt that, they just want me to be someone else. And I think that kind of conversation with my father, and I felt I can't reach out to him, and that led to that extreme breakout of my spirit. And I'm like, now I don't want to study at all.
So you miss being a doctor?
I was good at it. I was good at science. And I think a lot of it has helped me in my, I was very studious, and I can actually sit and read for, like very long time. So I won't say that time of my life has been just wasted. But I have invested a lot where I just feel today it's not even relevant what I've, spent most of my time as a teenager.
Thank God you thought like that. We are
And
very
you can
fortunate.
always be a wonderful doctor on screen.
Thank you.
And Karina,
Yes.
it is not very usual in your family for girls to go out and study in a boarding school. How did you manage to do so?
Because I think my parents just couldn't handle the brat that I was. I was refusing to study, just wanted to hang around, and the film shoots, just ogle at Akshay Kumar and Salman Khan and tell them that one day I will work with you, one day I will. And my sister would be like, get out of here, go to school, this is not where you're supposed to be. And I'd be like, I have no interest, I want to be an actress, and this is what I want to do. This is where my passion is. I'm happy I realized it at a very young age. Though I did at one time want to be a lawyer, but...
A doctor?
No, not a doctor, but I have played a doctor on screen. So, I get to play a doctor and a lot of other things. But yeah, I think I just realized very young that this is what, I want to do. And my parents had to actually take me away from that so that, I could get exposed to a lot more. Otherwise, it would just be a film kind of childhood, because obviously Karishma was working and I just wanted to tag along at her shoots. So my mom actually told my father that we have to send her away, just, so that she just gets away a little, meets different kind of people. And actually, I actually cried when my mom sent me, but the day I left Vellum Girls in Dehradun, I was actually crying to come back home, because that was my home, and those teachers, the people I met, absolutely brilliant. I would love to go back, and of course a special mention to my principal, Mrs. Shanti Verma, who's no more, who actually made me believe that there is a little more to life than films, which I wouldn't believe back home in Mumbai, but she did. So I would love to mention her today, for sure.
And then you finally became an actor with Dulari Bai.
Yes,
Tell us about that.
I played a boy. The first time I did an acting job was I had to be like this young 16-year-old boy. So I had did up my hair in that way, did a mustache, did everything. And I was actually, if I might say, I was quite a good-looking boy. The Kapoors the Kapoor boys are very good-looking, so just picture that. That was it. Me with a mustache. And I could see my father actually in the crowd, and he was not even smiling, but I was really excited because I was on stage and I was doing a play and my parents were watching me. So yeah, I was actually quite confident.
And what was the reaction of your performance onto the audience and people? Did they like it? Did they think you were good?
Well, I continued drama and I continued following my dreams, and yes, I think I did. You tell me, I think I'm a good actor, Imtiaz.
I've seen some films of yours. Unfortunately, not Dulari Bai the play, which I'm sure was perhaps one of your better performances.
Okay, yeah, okay. It's a toss-up between Dulari Bai and Geet, so we'll, leave it at that.
And there's a coincidence here because the first play that evidently Kangana did, she acted as a man as well. So here we are, these two ladies acted as men to begin their careers. What about that, Kangana? What was that experience?
Yeah, I remember coming to Delhi and just trying to figure things out. And I ended up in India Habitat Center and was doing few workshops. And so the theater director there, Arvind Gaur, he saw some potential in me and he suggested that I join backstage. I remember in the first week of my doing backstage, the lead actor of play Madhavi went missing. And, Arvind sir was like, give her his clothes and give her those mustache and put her on stage. And the good thing was that I was too young to realize what I was up to. I'm like, yeah, sure. I would like to do a play, like within a week of working backstage. And I think if it wasn't for that kind of spirit and enthusiasm, I would have never dared to, step onto the stage so early on. But yeah.
But what was wrong with the male actors during the time that you guys were being cast as men? What were they doing?
Well, as usual, probably, they weren't just as good enough. Weren't as good as us. Or probably, yeah, not as gorgeous, let's say.
But no, I believe that. I feel that women in the work that I have done as a director have always been better actors than men.
No comments.
That's an admission. That's an
I have
admission.
to agree.
I've not had the chance of working with Kangana as yet, but I have worked with Kareena, and that's one of the reasons why I believe what I believe. But do you think the country believes that as well?
Well, in my experience, I must say that when I started out, I was very open to wherever my life, took me as an actor or a working woman. But I realized there was a strong discrimination. I'm talking about 2006, so almost 10 years ago. As in, there were actors, there were stars, and then there were superstars. And superstars weren't actors, and actors weren't superstars. So, that kind of strong discrimination. And today we still have everything coming together, and I feel that the credit has to be given to the audiences, and it's just up to us. What we serve them is what they perceive and receive from our end. So I'd like to believe that our audience is ready for that kind of cinema where you can give them art, combined with a lot of glamour and mass appeal. But there was a time when I started out where these two things were very different and were for very different audiences as well.
That's true, because there's always audience members like me who'd rather go and see the film for the girl rather than the guy.
But I'm sure there is some audience who also likes to go and see the heroes.
Yeah,
and I hope you're going to see it for the girl Imtiaz.
Yeah, but well, congratulations to both of you for bringing what's called glamour in the film industry and art together in one body.
Thank you, and thanks to you. You're the one who started it.
I'm the one who started. Okay,
yes.
That's because of her. I get that credit because of Kareena. Because sometimes an actor acts so well in a part that credit goes to the director. So
I think it's a combination of a director and an actor, right? That's what I believe.
But a kind of fresh take on cinema and stories, and I think that came with Soshanatha and went into Jab We Met and films like that, which was very, Imtiaz Ali, sort of very contemporary love stories, and strong and fiery and feisty women characters. I think that's where it all started.
Okay, but this is about you and Kareena. So, when you came and acted in your first film, there was a lot of expectation that people had. What were you thinking at that time? What was going on in your mind?
I think I was just too overwhelmed and excited, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm finally doing what I've been dreaming of, like, since I've been a child. And I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it well, and I'm going to give it my best.
Now, when you look back at Refugee, what do you think? How was your performance?
I think it was good.
Yeah, I think it was good too. I think there was a huge amount of energy, and I think people really. What do you think? Do you remember Kangana at this film and her
I'm not that
performance?
old, so she has to remember.
No,
Please.
Yeah. I think like I said, I was quite studious. I wasn't allowed to see films, but there was a lot of excitement for Karena's launch, I remember, and we used to be like awestruck with her beauty. And I remember being, when I first saw her picture, I think I was kind of awestruck with her cheekbones, and I'm like, oh, that looks
Her
like
cheekbones?
mangoes.
Okay, all right.
Now they're just cheeks.
Yeah.
But that's not true. I must share this, that when we met earlier this evening, everybody around Kareena was asking her what's wrong, why is she so thin?
I'm not thin. I'm just like, I mean, look at Kangana. She's brilliant. I love, it's the lean look.
But ever since I've known you, I've always been complaining about how thin you are.
That's true. That, I mean, what do I say? Most of the men around me are always complaining I'm too thin.
Who could these men be? Do we know
You
them?
just said that right now also, you complain.
But then, do you think that it's better to be thin for a girl in cinema?
I just feel it's about the character. Sometimes it's not even consequential. As in, if you do a character like Queen, I mean, she just could be anyone. And better
Exactly.
that if she's more invisible than visible, as in, it's good for her not to be too fat or too skinny, just not to get attention. Or if you do a character like, which is more glamour driven, then naturally you have to adapt to that kind of, like, in my case, for Krish, I was under a lot of pressure to have a certain body shape, which was very hard for me to, get into.
And Kareena, what are the kinds of scenes that you like to do? In a movie there are different kinds of scenes, but there are always some scenes that you personally enjoy more. Do you remember some of them?
I don't know. I think I love my job. I love what I do. So I've never really thought that this is what I love doing. I just love the fact that every morning, if I'm working on a movie that I'm enjoying, I'm really excited that, okay, today, we're going to do this. Or, I don't know, let's see how we can, do this differently. Or, I don't know, it's just, I'm always excited to, so whether it's emotional scenes or whether it's just a conversation or, But I think basically when an actor is really not conversing a lot and doesn't have dialogues as a crutch, I think that's the most difficult part. Even if you're like, just silent and, you're just there with a number of actors on board, that, I find that quite tough to do also, to make your presence kind of felt. That's also important as an actor.
Do you feel that, Kangana, the scenes where you do not have lines, but you have to be there, are tough?
I mean, I think everything is tough, nothing's easy, So, but for me, like, the most enjoyable are the ones that actually give out a subconscious impression of characters into the story, as in, if as a character I am trying to portray a certain situation which is very contradictory to what is being perceived, which is actually a subconscious outcome of the dialogues. I like that. For example, in Queen, when she says that मेरा सबसे stylish चीज़ है city center mall. So she's saying something but actually coming across very naive.
Right.
Like तुम्हें पता नहीं है दिल्ली वाले कितने, so that kind of, I think I really दिल्ली वाले कितने चालाक होते हैं, things like that.
होते हैं चालाक दिल्ली वाले?
मैं दिल्ली से नहीं हूँ सर. लेकिन
पर आप रही हैं दिल्ली में?
हाँ?
आप रही हैं दिल्ली में?
हाँ, मैं रही हूँ दिल्ली में. But I think those kind of lines and scenes which give a subconscious outcome and actually add to the character in a bigger way than a very direct message or a very conventional format of delivering lines would. That's what I enjoy.
How are we doing? Are we okay?
Or you guys expect something more sensational?
Are we,
Sensation.
are we being boring?
Spice
We should
it up.
spice it up.
Then we need you on stage, Sohail, for that.
So we are going to
have to
wait for
spice it
your
up.
questions then.
Okay, so what is the sensational stuff that we
Some
can do?
tarka.
What
Delhi
what
mein.
is it that guys you want? Intolerance?
Nice one, nice one.
Intolerance. We're not talking about that.
What do we think about intolerance?
No, we are all very tolerant in the film industry for sure.
You're not leaving the country, right?
I don't know, are you?
I keep going.
Yeah. So do we.
Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about. Okay, Kareena, let me ask you. Were you petrified to get on to a moving train?
When Jabbi met?
Yeah?
Well, I think I wasn't I?
Yes, you were.
Yes, because I've obviously never done that before. So obviously it was the first time. I think it was the first time that I was even shooting on a local train, if you remember.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so obviously I was very nervous. But after that I've done it in a couple of films, so now I'm a pro.
Because let me say that her big concern after hearing the script was, how do I get into a moving train? Of course, there'll be some special effect, and I really won't have to do it really. So I knew that if I say that no, you have to, just like anybody else, she would be very scared and she would obsess about it. So I was saying that, yeah, there are ways in the film industry to
VFX.
get a girl. Huh?
VFX.
Yeah,
VFX. Yeah, VFX to put you onto the train. But then she realized, I think you realized while in that Lonavala station that it's going to happen and I don't see any special effect gadget over here. Yeah. And
No special effect, and actually I believed in the part.
that's
So
what
I did
happened.
it.
That's what
I
happened.
didn't throw my superstar tantrums.
So my
Otherwise I would have said many chadin train pe, bas, imtiaz. But it's because I loved you.
But my trick was to get you more and more entangled in the role and the part.
Probably, and it
and
worked.
then you were, and I said that, okay, this is a rehearsal. If you don't get onto the train, it's fine, I'll cut. But then you each time got onto the train. So that's the way to actually get actors on the train.
So now everyone knows how to get onto a moving train.
Kangana, are there things that you've been scared of because you've done all kinds of things? I remember scenes from Queen where you've been dragged on the street like that,
Yeah.
holding your purse between your legs.
I think shootings are really not a very pleasant experience. You know, it's never.
Why do you say that?
You know, you're always creating things. You're always creating things that aren't real. Either you're cramped up in a really small, boxy room. You know, 50, 70 people, sweating, smelling, or things like that. And or it's too cold, or it's it's never. I mean, very rarely do we get those circumstances which are favorable. And if you have to drown in a lake or die or jump off a terrace or things like that, then you had it. Also, what I really dread is shooting with animals. I was just filming with the horse, and the horse was like really annoyed with lights and everything. And you dread that kind of situation. Also, I really hope that I never get a script with a snake.
Oh, okay.
I dread that.
I can see you doing a Nagin or something.
Oh, I can play Nagin, but I don't want a Nag opposite me.
It will be there.
But are you sure Vishalji doesn't have a snake in this film? In Rangoon?
There are leeches, apparently.
There are leeches.
Yeah. So I've asked him, I said, the first thing I asked when he narrated, I said, are these real leeches? He's like, no, they are VFX. So I get that now.
That's the trick.
That's the trick.
So, there is an allegation on film actors that they have a very comfortable life. Would you like to throw some light on that?
Kareena, please.
I
I
mean,
don't want to
it's-
say
yeah.
anything.
Why?
But I think I just feel that yeah, I want you to say, I want you to speak up for all of us.
Because this is a notion. This is a notion that film actors have a very comfortable life. It's all about the glamour and the great clothes and doing the hairdo and all of that, and just having a great time on the set in reality.
Like she said, the circumstances aren't very pleasant. And the producer is always down our neck. And that's why even if we have to do a jumping shot of jumping into the lake or, jumping off the horse or some action sequence or something, the producer will always say, finish the scene first, keep that for the last. So, yaar, pair, haath toot jaye, to theek hai, hamara scene to khatam ho gaya na. That's exactly the way they treat us. There's no long lost love, I think, in this industry between producers or... I think an actor and director do have a relationship, but the producer and the actor, I think it's
Also,
no way.
Yeah, I feel that, yes, physically it's very demanding to be an actor, and I don't want to really put a lot of focus on that, but I think it's a lot more emotionally and mentally that can completely, twist you. So if you see many twisted actors, you know why. Because, it's just so hard to every day wake up in an environment which is just completely opposite to support the situation that you as a character live through that day. For instance, if I am an actor and it's a beautiful day outside, as Kangana, I feel perfectly fine. But then I go to the set and I have to actually culminate those realities, which are not a part of my own reality. I could be playing a mentally sick person or someone who's suffering in love sick, or hoping to get something, some kind of situation. Because the films that we do always have situation that we have to enact. So that kind of mind frame, and to give yourself these imaginary circumstances all the time. So by the end of it, I don't know, like for me, end of it as in a film, you really can't differentiate between your own experiences and the life of the character you had. So I remember when I did these psychological characters, drug addicts or the ones who are rejected and dejected, I started to feel a sort of melancholia, which was very unnatural for me to have at a teenage or. So then I avoided those characters. But now when I look back, I really don't know which are my own experiences as a character, as a person, and which are the ones that I have actually imagined and lived through.
Just to clarify that for everybody, because we can understand that very easily.
Yeah.
You're saying that the angst or the pathos and the pain experienced by a character,
Yes.
you as Kangana
Yes.
also have to face that in reality, in
But
life after work.
You see, sir, what I want to really bring everyone's notice to is that if I am sick, like in my last film, I played a cancer patient, so my body is supporting me as a cancer patient. But when I do not eat for 10 days and I starve myself and dehydrate myself, my liver gets really weak. And to get those kind of dark circles, I'm going against my own body type to enact a certain character. So what happens to my own body when I start to eat again, and I really don't feel as sick as a dying person, but then for half a day, I actually die as a person. And so those kind of circumstances for a healthy body to live in, and then when everyone says pack up, you're left feeling so empty and so cheated in your own car because everyone's just gone home and you just can't get out of the frame of mind of that person who's just died and who's just had these millions of experiences with that person, and you're just left on your own and you just don't know what to do with yourself.
But Kareena, you've got, it is said about you that Kareena just switches on and switches off. And
I think definitely my approach is different to Kangana's slightly in some way. But I definitely understand what she's saying, because there are a lot of actors.
But do you really switch on and switch off like that? You don't carry anything and bring nothing.
Doesn't make me a cold person at all.
No, you're not a cold person at all.
No, it's just that I think that, I don't know how to explain it, but at that moment, like if I'm like, if I have to be upset or like if I'm, dying or, I don't know how I do it, but I think I just live in that moment. I become that person. It's just for that 2 minutes. And the minute it's cut, like I could like, be on my phone or anything. I don't know how I do that. It's just there. I think it's
But
about,
I
every
think
actor is different.
Yeah, it's still very selfless for her to I mean, even if, our approaches are different, but the circumstances aren't, For her to every day wake up, out of the comfort of her house, and her
Yeah.
personality,
Yeah, sure.
more than house or your car, and what happens to your personality? You have a cocoon of your elegance and personality, and suddenly you break out of it. And you be someone that you're not comfortable with. So you don't know, how do I go back to being myself? So we abandon ourselves for days and months, and by the end of it, we are all like, twisted people, and which you make fun of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every actor, yes, is twisted in their way, for sure.
Yeah, because
But-
your combination, so many imaginary and unimaginary circumstances that you don't even know anymore who you are. So we are very dangerous people.
No, but I must say that you as actors are very different.
Yeah.
You as people are not as different actually, because both of you are very imaginative. But the process of working might be different. I mean, I guess somebody aspires to not take the pain of the character, if it is possible. But some people do, and some people manage better, I think. But I've got this note saying, please open the floor to questions. In a very subtle manner, it was passed on to me. So we'll take questions now. Yes, is there a mic going around? How is this going to happen? Is there a mic? Or we'll just... All right. Anyone? I mean, okay, I choose the lady in the glasses, please.
I have two questions. One, a personal from Kareena. After marriage, what change you feel in yourself? And being married to a Nawab family, I think, or general perception, you have become more serious and reserved. And second one,
No, let's take it one by one, okay? Otherwise, we'll forget your first question. You've become more reserved.
Have I become more reserved and...
Not at all.
Yeah. Huh?
I don't think so.
No, I think, in fact, marriage is done. I mean, I love it. I don't see any changes, and I hope, it'll never change. I never want my husband to change, and I hope he doesn't want me to change. So I think it's really happy, and I hope it always be like that and stays like that. But as far as being reserved, I think I'm the last person who's reserved. Just very few have the opportunity of knowing me very well, and I like it that way.
Yeah, anyone. Let us not choose whoever the mic reaches first asks, okay? Girl with the mic, you decide.
Hi,
Hi.
I got it. Okay, first thing I want to tell to Kangana that I loved you in The Queen.
Thank you.
And the second thing for Kareena, actually I have met you, this is the second time I'm meeting you. The last time I met you was 10 years ago, and I was actually doing film Talash with you, editing. I was in the editing team.
But Talash, obviously the Akshay Kumar Talash.
Yeah,
is it?
that's right.
Yeah, which everyone
And-
wants to forget.
And people are telling, and somebody raised a question that you have become reserved. Actually, you were like this that time also.
That's what I just said, that I never want to change and I never will change.
Yeah, now my question is, either of you, what is the boldest prank you have ever played?
What prank?
Karina would take that.
Or the biggest
You're going to
prank?
take that. You can't palm this off on me, Kangana.
No.
I'm reserved. You seem like the prankster.
No, I'm hardly a prankster. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry. I
not
wish I
you
was.
either, Kareena?
I don't
What
know.
is
I
this
don't know, yeah,
obsession that
pranks.
people have about actors playing pranks?
I don't know.
Don't you guys always get asked that question?
I
Is there
know,
a
yeah.
prank you've
And
played?
especially when you're promoting with your co-actors. So what are the pranks that he played on the sets? Like,
Makes me feel rather dull that maybe I just didn't do any pranks or anything.
sorry.
Yes. Yeah. Are there more mics? Sorry, let's just make this more efficient. Okay.
Sir, can I please go first?
Now they're
Yes.
yelling.
Okay,
One second. Can you start first?
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Karishma, and of course, initially my question was for Kareena. I wanted to ask the same thing, that what change has the name Khan? when it has been added to your surname made in your life. But unfortunately, he asked it. So my question now is for Kangana. I wanted to ask you, I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you, Kangana, how is the real life Kangana? Because the kind of characters that you play, it makes me feel that you're a very bubbly girl. So how is the real life Kangana different from Tanu? That's...
Well, the thing is that all my characters are just characters, strictly characters. They are not my personality, and I work on them a lot. Who I am as a person right now is very disappointing because I hardly have a personal life. And I work a lot, which I intend to change in a year or two. And I would probably have more exciting answers for your question in a year or two.
Okay, so, are you done?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, can I go first? I've been holding the mic for a while.
Hold on, yes, yeah, 1 second.
Oh God,
Okay,
holding the mic
Yes.
now.
So my question is to both of you. A lot is being talked about the wage gap between how much actors and actresses are paid worldwide. And recently, Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper came out very strongly on the wage gap, where Bradley Cooper said he's going to disclose how much he's being paid because women and men aren't being paid equally in a lot of sectors, and especially in Hollywood and Bollywood too. So where do you see that going with Bollywood? Do you think the wage gap is being bridged, and what is your stand on this issue?
Well, it is from film to film. Depends what kind of character you're playing and how significant your part is, what is the budget of the film. So all things has to be considered. Also, what matters is the appeal of the subject. If you're making a film which is actually going to be appealing for a very small section of audiences, you have to keep that kind of business proposition in mind and make financial decisions. And I think that is important. Having said that, I think women who ask for what they deserve and a lot more open about their demands are considered to be difficult. That mentality has to be changed in the industry. And I think you know your worth. You know your worth. People would always come to you and tell you that this time around they're making a low-budget film, and this time around, even for a 100 CR film, they say that. So you got to know when to put your foot down.
Yes, ma'am. You, brown jacket. Sir.
Hello.
No, the next is the gentleman. Haan, pucho.
So, my question is to you, sir. I know for a fact, am I allowed to ask you a question?
Yes.
Not really.
Yeah, of course. Somebody please ask him a question.
Okay, thank you. So, I know for a fact that you started Ibdita in Hindu college, right? So, after that, you made this transition to mainstream television and then eventually to movies and everything. So, how did that transition happen from theatre to TV and movies? And how did you get the courage to make that switch without having any kind of background?
It's best not spoken about.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Because I think in the choices that I've made, I have been very willful and emotional and foolish, and I've made all possible mistakes. Just because I'm a film director now doesn't mean that those many decisions that I've taken were very accurate. But I'll just leave it at saying that it's not very clear-cut determination that has led me to come here. It is just following your heart. You know, you've got a choice. Do you want to do this or that, and you do this. Simply like that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My first question is to two beautiful ladies only. The second will be to all the three. First is, I'll give you option and you have to take only one. What prompted you, Kareena, to join film industry, whether money, glamour, or freedom to mingle up with as many male members of people?
1 second. Sir.
Please take one.
No. Let's just let her answer this first.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Money, glamour, or the freedom to meet as many male members of society as you'd like?
I love your question. As many male members.
I think I'll answer the next question.
Okay. So the next question, please.
Next question. It is to all of you. All of you
But why
are
doesn't
minting-
Kangana get asked the same question as well?
I didn't get.
You don't want her to
Second
answer?
also I won't get, I know. Because that question is
No,
very
no, maybe
serious.
she has an answer.
But let
Listen.
me- but I loved your question. You're not giving
Yes.
me a chance.
Yes, please.
Okay, so
All
can
of you,
No, hold on, sir. She wants to answer the question.
my first question.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Would you repeat that for me, please?
Yes.
What prompted you to join film industry? You have to take only one.
Yes.
Is it glamour, money, or mingling up with male members?
I want everything.
No, you have to take one.
I want
Take
everything.
one, please. The condition was to take one.
At least in a hypothetical situation, I want everything.
It is not have to happen.
Okay, so you want her to pass that question as well.
Second question to all of you. All of you are minting money, adding to your coffers.
What?
Have you ever thought of doing some film for charity? Any one of you? If not, please do some film for charity
Sir?
instead of adding to your coffers.
Sir? Sir, first of all, it's a myth that we are minting money. Okay, and the second thing is, I don't think films as a business are a platform for charity. We as people, we can contribute, and we do contribute to many platforms. I actively participate for the welfare of Ramakrishna Mishna Paramhans Mutt, and I do a lot of work with them. And all of us do. Sometimes, we talk about it, sometimes we don't. But having said that, like you can't fight an election for a charity the same way we can't make a movie for charity.
These kind of donations I am also making. But donate some film.
I think we
Totally
have another
fun.
question.
See, I'll tell you what, there are lots of people in the film industry who are doing much more than you know. As far as charity is concerned, the only thing is that we don't go out and publicize our charity because that's not the reason why we do it. I think charity is something that should be kept a secret as much as possible. Yes, ma'am. In the sari, please.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Ruchika. I wanted to ask you, if 2 plus 2 is 4, then why is it that excellent direction plus excellent acting does not result in an Oscar for an Indian movie?
I have an answer for that. Shah Rukh Khan was asked this question a long time back, and I remember the answer. It says that a girl has beautiful eyes, some other girl has a beautiful nose, and a third one has beautiful cheek. If you add all of that together, it need not make a beautiful face. Yes, the gentleman in the tie.
So the first question is for you. My name is Amit. My name is Amit.
Yeah, but can you address the question?
No. It's very important. It's the latest, hottest news on Facebook, which has been updated by one of my friend by the name of Suraj, who met you half an hour before when you were having your tea.
Are you going to say something
about the acting thing, sir? No.
Okay.
He said that you have a very beautiful face. 2 gorgeous ladies are sitting, and you are also sitting with them. Aapko lag raha hoga ki you are also very fair enough.
I'm basking in their glory. It's reflected.
Right, so you also have the same. And he said, why don't you try for an acting? Then the reply of yours was, yes, now I'm planning to do so. And when this brown jacket lady questioned you, you said, I always try few things. So are you still seriously going for acting also now?
There's something called sense of humor.
So that was actually the answer was. So I think Suraj should know that. And 2 ladies, no doubt, they were bold enough the way she said, are you feeling bored in this session? Some sensational questions? No, it's not that. Only thing is that any new movie which is coming up after marriage of Kareena, anything hot, and probably Kangana, any bold movie of yours which is coming now with a good message?
What do you mean hot?
Bold
Sir-
movies have a good message.
Okay, hot is like before marriage and after marriage, there is a certain difference.
What is the difference according to you? What's the difference according to you?
So before marriage, you are single, and after marriage, you are two.
So, as an actor, how does it matter?
One soul, two bodies.
But me and Saif are anyway that with before or after marriage. So what is the difference?
You know, I think, gentlemen, I think you need more experience in life.
Yeah. You definitely do.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Thank you, finally. My question is to the ladies. After your career ends, which I hope it not
Wow,
anytime
what
soon.
a great
Sorry.
beginning. Yes.
But how would you like to be remembered?
Okay, you want to take that?
That's just the last question
I would never like to be forgotten.
Kangana?
Well, the thing is that I really don't care how I'm remembered. I want to know how I remember everyone else.
Awesome.
So be good.
I think our time is up, unfortunately. There are more sessions. We won't have the time, unfortunately, right? Okay, we can take one last question. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the question is directed both to Kangana as well as to Kareena. Who are your role models or your favorite actors whom you look up to, especially in a Bollywood context?
Well, the thing is that it'll be really unfair for me to actually name a few because, sometimes as actor or as people, we sometimes are larger than life and sometimes we too fail. Like, there are performances that we look up to and then sometimes we are a big letdown as well. Same for everyone. You can't have one person in your mind, but there are performances. In terms of performances, I like Dilip Kumar sir a lot. His work is always inspirational. I think, there are many performances though.
Yeah, I think there would be. I think there's a gamut of actors and everyone's doing such wonderful work. I think Kangana is very inspirational, so she's one actor that inspires me definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We had a great time. I hope you didn't get too bored. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Imtiaz. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present to Kareena and Kangana a small token of appreciation, and I request Sonal Kalra, National Editor, Entertainment and Lifestyle, Hindustan Times, to please do us the honors of presenting to both our actors, Kangana and Kareena, a small memento. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for our panel. We've come to the close of the first day of the Hindustan Times Leadership Summit.